Hello, Colas, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with this huge report claiming that Chelsea are now negotiating terms with FC Barcelona for another forward. Player wants to leave. Guess who? We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Jordi Alba, it has been reported that the Barcelona left back still refusing to leave and says he wants to fight for his place in the team. We're also going to be discussing about that. So guys, as we get ready to eat, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and please watch it right up to the very end. After finalizing a deal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Barcelona and Chelsea could be involved in one more transfer if a fresh report from Gerard Romero is to be believed. The Spanish journalist claims that Chelsea are in talks with Barcelona over a possible deal to sign Memphis Depay, as well as after agreeing to take Aubameyang to Stamford Bridge already. The two teams have been at the center of some of the most intriguing transfer stories this summer. From the battles for Rafinha, we quite remember, and also Jules Koundé, to the talk of war for Cesar Azpilicueta, Barca and Chelsea are featured in some high-profile interactions this summer. Apart from battling for other players, these two clubs have also been negotiating over exchanging a few stars between themselves. An agreement is now finalized for Aubameyang's transfer to Chelsea, with Marcos Alonso set to move the other way. Now, Romero claims that Depay could end up following Aubameyang to Stamford Bridge on the transfer deadline day. The 28-year-old has been linked with an exit all summer long and came close to signing for Juventus before the move fell through. While it looked like Memphis Depay might end up staying at Spotify Camp Nou, the Netherlands international is understood to have informed the club on Wednesday that he wants to leave before the window closes. Now, Chelsea are negotiating with Barcelona over the terms of the deal that could allow them to take Memphis Depay to West London. Barcelona had previously agreed to terminate the Dutchman's contract and let him leave for free, but that option does not seem to be on the table anymore, considering that the two teams are in talks to reach an agreement over terms. With not a lot of time left before this window slams to a shut, there could be some major deadline day drama, which might see both Aubameyang and Depay swap Barcelona to Chelsea. This is incredible, really incredible. If you ask me personally, I would say this does not make sense at all. Aubameyang and Memphis Depay leaving Barcelona in the same transfer window, when we know we have Robert Lewandowski as a lone striker. Absolutely no sense to me. That's nonsense. I will say this with all my clear mind. It's nonsense. And if again, Chelsea of all people want to take both of them. What sense does that make? I don't know how Barcelona does negotiations or business sometimes. It makes no sense. Initially, it was reported how Barca wants to sell just either one of them. But now things are looking so different. It's like Barca are not doing things according to their words. Fabrizio himself said Barca wants to sell just one of them. So it makes no sense. How can Memphis Depay leaving Barcelona when we need a backup for Lewandowski? We don't have any backup for that. And today's deadline, they want to sell all of them. Because initially, I don't even see why Barca I don't think Memphis Depay leaving Barca is something that is urgent. It's not urgent. Memphis, even if he stays, I don't think that would deter Barca from registering any player that comes. Of course, Aubameyang leaving have already created a very big space in our wage bill. So why on earth would Barca even start thinking still selling Memphis Depay to Chelsea? It makes no sense. It's as if they want to sell everybody. It makes no sense to me. That's just it. I'm not happy for the fact that the report of of Memphis Depay leaving to Chelsea potentially today, as Gerard Romero himself have confirmed, that isn't cool at all. Not cool at all. I don't think that's a good business. That's not a... Now, it seems as though Chelsea are doing a complete comeback against Barca. We all know the talk of war that Barca and Chelsea have been having, right? All summer, Barca and Chelsea have been making the most headlines, like the war for Koundé, the war for Rafinha, the war for Azpilicueta. But it seems as though Chelsea overall will be the winner of this war because, come on, we want to sell our two quality strikers. Not for Aubameyang, is understandable. We all expected him to join Chelsea at some point. But Memphis Depay, Chelsea again, come on. when we know we need at least a backup. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what they are saying is Depay is likely not to go for free as it was expected when he was linked to Juventus. They are saying that Chelsea and Barca are currently discussing on terms, which means the deal will involve money. It's not for free. So it's still to be seen how much Chelsea will pay to get Memphis Depay. Let's see how it's going to look like. Then on to the final story of discussion. AS journalist Javi Miguel is reporting that Barcelona left-back Jordi Alba will not leave the club to join Inter Milan on transfer deadline day. The 33-year-old had been linked with a shock move to the Italian giants on Wednesday. Reports indicated that Barcelona had reached agreement with the Nerazzurri over a loan deal for the veteran star. Barcelona would be covering 60% of his wages, with Inter paying the remaining 40%. Now, Alba, who was surprised about these developments, has no intention of leaving Barcelona. The Spanish star is no longer the first-choice starter at left-back at Barcelona. He has been overlooked in favor of Alejandro Balde in the last two matches by manager Xavi Hernandez, with Alba only featuring as a substitute. And with Marcos Alonso close to joining Barca from Chelsea, Alba's situation could be affected further, with his game time likely to take a big hit in such a scenario. Despite that, Alba is unwilling to change his stance, even though it might affect his prospect of making it to the Spain squad for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar later this year. Jordi Alba was scheduled to hold a meeting with Xavi, during which the manager wanted to explain the situation to him. However, Alba called off the meeting as he is certain about wanting to stay, irrespective of what the manager had to say. The former Valencia star is now determined to fight for his place in the starting 11 and earn his spot back to the side. So, while there are likely to be exits from Spotify Camp Nou before the window closes, Alba is unlikely to be among those leaving. Wow, interesting. Interesting. Alba still determined to stay despite seeing a reduced role. Of course, let him stay. Like taking the example of Gerard Piqué. Piqué is there on the bench. Piqué have not even featured for one single minute, and he's there comfortably on the bench. So Jordi Alba have contradicted all those reports yesterday that Inter Milan want to sign him. Total agreement between Inter and Barca. It can be true that Xavi wants the player to leave. Laporta wants Alba to leave if he thinks that is necessary. But Alba himself have refuted that he does not want to leave. He wants to stay and fight for his place. Fight for his place indeed. Let's see if Alba will convince Xavi of game time this season. Alonso will be coming. Of course, this comes after when Aubameyang will be heading to Chelsea, and that deal have finally involved Marcos Alonso, despite Barca refusing it for many days. But it seems as though Alonso will be a Barca player today. So that would even make Alba's case in Barcelona more complicated. So that is the reason why I very much doubt if Alba knows what he's saying, that he wants to fight for his place. Because the rumors have been saying that Xavi will use Alejandro Balde still as the first choice at left back, Marcos Alonso second choice, and Alba will be the last choice. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.